Hi, this is Dr. Robert Pickren. I'm showing you here a CBCT that we took on our patient that was recently described in an issue of the Orthodontics Products magazine. The panoramic x-ray revealed that they're overlapping unerupted permanent teeth, but it was difficult to see what is happening and how to manage the eruption of teeth, and it limits our ability to diagnose root resorption and supernumerary teeth. The machine that we're using is a limited field CBCT by Kodak, as a Kodak 9000. It gives us a 50 millimeter cone in diameter and 37 millimeter high cylinder of information from top to bottom, 37 millimeters. And properly positioned, we can get a complete arch, including the unerupted permanent teeth and primary teeth, without hitting any sensitive tissues of the salivary glands, and in the lower arch we can miss the thyroid gland as well, so that the dosage is no more than what we would get from a panoramic x-ray. What we're noticing here, if we look at this closely, we can see better that the upper central incisors are not erupting evenly, and it's due to a great extent because of the crowding that's occurring within the arch below the soft tissues. You can see right here we have a problem with the central and lateral incisor. We have to assume that that lateral incisor is going to erupt lingually, and that the upper central incisor will erupt not only labially but probably up into the unattached gingiva. We can look even more closely at the position of the upper lateral incisor, and we can see why it is positioning itself as it is, because if we look here, we can see that it's very closely approximated to the central incisor here. It's missing its counterpart in the eruption pattern as it moves lingually, and it is also blocked out as we're looking from this side, from the primary cuspid and the permanent bicuspid here. So there's really very little room for this tooth to move into any decent position until it erupts into the mouth and we can do something with it. You can see the same thing happening on this side. There's your central. Doesn't seem to be any damage to the teeth, but at the same time, it's not moving in a position where it would erupt favorably into the mouth. You can see all this crowding across here. Quite a dramatic, different view than we get from a panoramic x-ray in silhouette. As we see, of course, the upper lateral incisor primary teeth have not resorbed because there's no tooth to resorb them. In addition to that, the cuspid is erupting labially. It too has no room to go. If we look at it from different points of view, we can see that it has little chance of achieving any kind of normal position because it's sitting so close to the first bicuspid over here. We can see on the other side the same thing is happening. Here's our cuspid, here's our bicuspid, and our lateral incisor. These cuspids could very well cause some root damage to the teeth around them as they're erupting, or in the very least they are going to erupt high and labial into the tissues of unattached gingiva. So it's easier to discuss this with parents, the impending problems, and offer solutions by seeing the views that we have here on the CBCT scan. As I mentioned in the article, I would immediately extract the primary, central, lateral, and cuspid, other lateral and cuspid, to allow this to start erupting in a better position, and very shortly thereafter, with the with the blessings of the parents, I would consider taking out the primary first molar and the first bicuspid, thereby allowing this area to resolve itself somewhat before orthodontic treatment is needed. You can see the same thing happening over here. It's also nice to know that there aren't any other teeth that we can't see in our panoramic X-ray when we have this view. For those of you that don't have a limited field CBCT machine, I hope that you will consider it in the near future as a tool that you are going to find indispensable in your diagnosis and treatment planning of orthodontic cases. Thank you.